Did y'all see this video that Stephanie posted of her cleaning Drew's hat? Knowing that hat is filthy and putting it next to your face for a video is quite insane. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I've been having a lot going on in my life, so I have not been keeping up with them, but I seen this video and I literally was like, ugh. She's also been complaining about her views, and it's honestly probably because I haven't been talking about her. But it's like, instead of being worried about views, when are you going to be worried about providing proper housing for your children? Vlogging cleaning your man's hat because you have zero content? It's pathetic. Bragging that your man bought you secondhand cookies is quite also pathetic. Also, I got 4 words. High as a kite. As somebody who grew up with a mom who battled addiction, I see right through you. I see right through you and your man.
So picture this. Stephanie's out here filming herself deep cleaning Drew's nasty hat, like pressed right up against her face for the whole internet to see. And I'm sitting here like, girl, that thing is biohazard level filthy. What are we even doing? But okay, wait, before we unpack the hat drama, I gotta be real. I've been swamped with my own chaos lately, so I kinda fell off the resilient Jenkins train for a hot minute. Then this random clip pops up on my FYP and I'm like, oh, we're back? We're really doing this again. Because allegedly Stephanie's been low-key whining about her views tanking and I'm over here thinking, maybe stop scrubbing your man's crusty cap for content and start worrying about, I don't know, giving your 7 kids a stable roof. Just the thought. Vlogging your way through motel life while bragging about secondhand cookies Drew copped you. That's not the flex you think it is, babe.
Well, the Resilient Jenkins keep getting these cookies, and I was like, hold on, they're like gluten-free and all of this stuff, right? And I'm like, wait, how much are these cookies? Because they're getting them like 3 times a week now, even weekly. That's insane to be buying that many cookies. Do you guys know how much those cookies are? So it looks like they get a dozen every time they order. Those cookies are $4 to $5 a cookie. A dozen is $20, and these people are homeless, living in a motel as a family of 7. Not to mention, they have admitted to spending over $200 a month on gardening supplies. If you know, you know. Seems to me like Steph and Drew are only thinking about themselves. And this would totally be okay if they were single and didn't have children, but they're not. They actually brought 2 additional children into the world after they already knew their 1-bedroom apartment living situation was not the best. That should tell you everything you need to know about the Resilient Jenkins, Stephanie, and Drew.
Anyway, fast forward to Drew going live the other night, and y'all, I need a neck brace from how fast this went off the rails. What started as a chill little Q&A turned into a full-on emotional roller coaster that left everybody in the chat like, is this allowed to be this messy? We're talking lies, contradictions, yelling at kids, substance rumors. Girl, it was a lot. Like grab your popcorn and a therapy session kind of a lot. So Drew hops on, and from the jump, the vibe is weird. Like tense weird. Instead of, I don't know, updating us on the whole we're homeless with 7 kids situation, he's fixated on pans. Literal cooking pans. The chat's blowing up because the ones they've got look like they survived a house fire. Black, charred, crusted with years of neglect. And if that sounds familiar, it's because, allegedly, Stephanie once scooped dinner for their 9-month-old straight out of that same pan. Yeah, the internet collectively gagged. Drew's all, we're trying to figure out which pans to get, and I'm like, sir, with respect, maybe prioritize walls. A fridge that isn't a cooler. But no, pans are the hill we're dying on today.
Well, I don't remember because I wasn't the one who bought them. I was at work, and I don't think she ever told me. So, and if she did, I've been doing other stuff, so I have a lot of other stuff on my mind. Why do I ever show my forehead? Because I'm reading the chat, and I don't know. I guess I'm kind of blind, so like holding it all the way out here is kind of difficult for me. Or having it at that angle is just easier for me to read through chat. No, I'm not gonna do that on here. I'll probably do. I think I'm gonna start doing day in a life, but that might be a sub only thing. Clocking into the PS9 to 5. No, I think I played like 30 minutes today. Dang, sub only. I know. That's unfortunate. I am tired. I think I slept like 3 or 4 hours today, but it is what it is. Does the hoodie ever get washed? Okay, so this great. Oh, what is this? No, this is a black jacket. So here, update for you guys. Okay, listen up. You guys remember the black hoodie, right? Let's change the subject for a minute. You guys remember the black hoodie, my original black hoodie? Yeah. Okay, so all you guys remember that black hoodie that I always wore. So, do you guys want to say yes? No, you guys don't have. You can say no. I don't care. Anyway, for the ones who know that I always. What are you doing? Why are you rolling all on me? Sorry, she's rolling all on me. So I hung it up because I hung it up on one of like the little side thingies on the one of the aisles. I hung it up because I was hot. I'm not on Wi-Fi. I don't know. I hung it up because I was hot and got done throwing freight on that aisle and forgot it was there. Went to another aisle, threw freight. Went back to go put my sweater on because I was cold and it was gone. Someone jacked my sweater from the store, and we don't sell any clothing at Safeway. Can we see Steph? Steph's right here. Almond, I got nothing really to laugh about, so you ain't gonna. Genuine smile. Hee hee ho ho. Momos, why are you rolling all on top of me like you a bowling ball? Come here. All right, let me catch up real quick. Can we see your job applications? Who's TikTokers? Bro, I've been working for I don't know how long. Momo has not started walking quite yet. No, Momo hasn't started walking yet. She's standing. She's starting to stand. They're not going to demolish it. It's a corresponding one. Bro, what? You guys got jokes? I have no freaking hair. I have no hairline. What are you talking about? What? Talk about my distress is getting to my hairline. I don't have a freaking hairline, bro. What are you talking about? Where's the cat? We don't have a cat. Oh, my chin hair, bro. I got so much chin on my hair. I guess all the nappy went to my chin. I'm not gonna lie, it gets so nappy.
Then the energy shifts. He's jittery, jumping topics like a glitchy TikTok, and suddenly he's cursing and yelling, "What are you doing? You're crazy," at one of the kids off camera. Chat freezes, like dead silent. Rumor has it that was Atlas, their little guy who's supposedly on the spectrum, and... Girl, my heart sank. Calling your toddler crazy on a public live stream, that's not keeping it real. That's a trauma response waiting to happen. And allegedly, this isn't even the first time. Viewers say the snapping and hush vibes are basically background noise in their vlogs. 7 kids growing up thinking chaos is love. Make it make sense. Okay, but wait, it gets wilder. Someone in the chat straight up asks about his nose, like, "You good? Looks like you've been, snowed in." Drew doesn't flinch. He leans in and goes, "My clean date's November 15th, 2018. Haven't touched a thing since." Swears the only thing he does now is gardening, and he says it like it's a personality trait. But besties, allegedly not even a month ago, eagle-eyed fans zoomed in on a cleaning vid and spotted a little blue baggie with white dust just chillin' in the bathroom.
Y'all, I'm ready to talk about the blue baggie in the resilient Jenkins video. I had to go do my own research because I'm going to research. I'm not just going to go off of someone else's picture, and I'm going to call things like I see them. Y'all, I hate to disappoint each and every one of you, and as much as I stay on Stephanie, y'all, that is not a blue baggie at all. As a matter of fact, if you watch Drew when he's cleaning and he moves the comb, it's a razor cap. It's a blue razor cap. Y'all, there it is right there. I found it. I had to go to my backup because Drew has me blocked, but I went to my little backup account and I found the video. I watched it. I zoomed in. It is a razor cap. You cannot believe everyone in this app because some people just see somebody else's stuff and they run with it, or some people just love to make up stuff. Y'all, and while I'm all about telling Stephanie, the right things to do in her life, I'm not going to accuse her of something she didn't do. That's the type of person I am. I'm real about things. I'm going to call things like I see them. I'm going to do my own research. And in fact, that is not what you think it is. It is a razor cap. Y'all, tell me in the comments what you think.
Gardening, you say? Sure, January. He doubles down, claims he and Stephanie have never been to rehab, like it's a flex. Except, girl, Stephanie's told stories about going to rehab after losing patience when she was a caretaker. Her own mom allegedly said it was for substances. Old mutuals swear Drew was deep in it before they met. So either everybody's lying or homeboy's rewriting history in real time. The gaslighting was chef's kiss levels of unhinged. Then someone asks if gardening makes him paranoid, and instead of a yes or no, he snaps, "Why would I be paranoid?" Sir, your girlfriend once filmed herself having a full meltdown in a parking lot because she swore random cars were following her. That's not spiritual intuition, that's a side effect. But sure, we're all imagining it.
But what do you mean you're tired of hearing about Deshaun and he's not a victim? First of all, do you not realize that you're talking about a literal child here? Talking this way about any child is really disgusting in my opinion. And to say that he's not a victim, girl, every child in this situation is a real victim. Addie's a victim, Deshaun's a victim, Bella's a victim, and the two youngest are victims. And do we not recall that Stephanie literally gave Deshaun a black eye? And he's a child, and that was in a court document. So like that actually happened. How is he not a victim from that? You please tell me. Please tell me. And not only that, we already know that Stephanie's treating him like shit daily, especially since this whole court situation is going on. Deshaun doesn't get new clothes when the girls get new clothes. Deshaun is always left out of activities because he can't be on camera. Deshaun literally has slept on the floor in an apartment. Like, girl, how is he not a victim? This is so weird. Like, I genuinely cannot imagine talking like this about any child, but especially a child in the situation that Deshaun is in. And you know this little boy is stressed out daily because he's being tugged from house to house. Who knows what Stephanie and Drew are telling Deshaun about his own mother? Like, I can't imagine the situation that he's going through. And these are the type of comments that he gets. Reevaluate your life, because this is like disgusting, foul behavior and really weird way to talk about a child.
Oh, and the hater talk. Drew's out here grinning like, I love my haters. I enjoy driving next to them, walking beside them, never blocking anybody. Meanwhile, Stephanie's trigger finger stays on the block button if you breathe wrong in her comments. The duality is sending me Christmas plans, allegedly not spending it in the motel, but if they do, they'll make it work. Translation: they're 100% spending it in the motel. Stephanie's turned down multiple housing offers. Too many kids, too destructive. Septic tank maintenance sounds hard, blah blah. Ma'am, 7 children in one room is not the vibe. Food stamps. Drew dodges at first, then admits they've been off him for a month. We'll figure it out. Cool, except Stephanie just had a breakdown crying about struggling families while, allegedly pocketing TikTok money and EBT, and now the benefits are gone, and suddenly it's, we'll figure it out. The math ain't mathing. Housing update. They want a 3-bedroom, if not 2, if not 1, and they'll just turn the living room into a dorm. Girl, that's not a plan. That's a cry for help with Wi-Fi.
It looks like the Brazilian Jenkins stopped by their storage unit the other day, which I personally thought was auctioned off, but clearly that's incorrect. I'm not really sure who started that rumor and why, but obviously they still have it. Stephanie said she thought she would be emotional seeing the storage unit, but she wasn't. She also said there were rats that had gotten in the storage unit, which is disgusting to me, but whatever. Watch these few short clips and then let's talk about it.
The way that we packed stuff up so last minute and we just threw it all into like literally big plastic bags, there was really no finding anything that I was trying to get in here.
Then there's this sweet moment. Atlas toddles on camera, pacifier in mouth, and Drew's actually gentle. He's playing, laughing, being a dad. It's cute until you remember Atlas is way too old for a posse and allegedly chews on random objects. Paper, plastic, whatever. Drew says it's to keep him safe, but like therapy, evaluations, they just started appointments after, a year of putting it off? The delays are deafening. And the kicker? Someone asks Drew about Stephanie's viral sugar-free lemonade recipe, where she, added sugar. He's like, I don't even see her posts. What are y'all talking about? Stephanie scrambles in the background. That was my sugar. But the damage is done. This power couple doesn't even watch each other's content. The teamwork is imaginary. Work talk. Drew claims 40 hours a week, 5 nights. But then says he only works 3 to 4 hours a night, so which is it, King? No wonder the courts had to garnish his wages. He was behind on child support from a previous kid. Allegedly. But the second gaming comes up. His whole face lights up. Suddenly he's animated, passionate, alive. Same energy when he talks gardening. But finding a home, feeding the kids, silence.
I was hoping to maybe find like our blender and maybe some of our other pots and pans, but I really just couldn't find anything more than like a spatula.
So it looks like the reason they actually went to the storage unit was to look for things like pots and pans and things like that for the motel room, but they literally could not find anything. The way that she said, we packed everything up so quickly and just shoved everything into bags. Well, yeah, girl, you got evicted. And I don't really know how long they had to like get out when they got evicted, but I have no doubt that they waited until like the last 2 days that they had and then just packed everything up. And imagine, Stephanie, if you were stressed out, think about how your kids felt and also your animals that you threw outside.
Oh yeah, I had to grab this other like thing to maybe potentially mop the freaking walls again because I do be missing mopping the walls, not gonna lie.
What is with her constantly wanting to mop the walls? I genuinely don't understand it. I have never heard of anyone doing that. I've heard of people like wiping down the walls, but mopping them, like that is so odd to me, and I don't know why she constantly does it.
It's like watching someone choose the filter over the photo. Look, I'm not here to play morality police, but 7 kids didn't ask to be props in the circus. They're being filmed 24/7 in instability, and their parents are out here debating pans and pacifiers like it's normal. The denial is thick. The patterns are louder than the lies. And the internet keeps watching like it's reality TV, because at this point, it kinda is. You know that feeling when you click on a video thinking it's gonna be a quick vibe check, and instead you're like, wait, what fresh hell is this? That's exactly how I felt watching Drew Jenkins' latest live. Girl, it was supposed to be some casual update, but it devolved into this whirlwind of contradictions. Red flags waving like they're at a parade, and lies that had me pausing every 2 seconds like, did he just... And honestly, none of it shocked me. If you've been riding this resilient Jenkins roller coaster with me, you probably saw the unhinged energy brewing. But this was peak disaster mode. Yelling at the kids on cam, dodging substance whispers like they're dodgeballs, and priorities so twisted they could qualify for Cirque du Soleil. If you thought Stephanie was the solo act in losing the plot, Drew was like, hold my questionable pan, and flipped the whole script.
Honestly, the only bit of emotion that I got looking in the storage unit was I was kind of sad for my man because it kind of gave me a perspective of just like how overwhelmed he was putting all this stuff in the storage unit. He was in a time crunch and doing it by himself, and I feel like it was probably a little bit emotional because he was moving all of our stuff into a storage unit, and that's just not what we wanted to be doing for our family.
It was emotional because this isn't what you wanted to be doing for your family. Again, always making it seem like you had no choice in the matter when you're literally in this situation because of your own choices. Like, if this isn't what you wanted for your family, then why didn't you pay your rent? Why did you lie to your landlord? You're literally in this situation because of your own doing. No one else put you in this situation. At the end of it all, she says that she does not plan on going back to the storage unit until they can move out of the motel room. But girl, in my opinion, go back and organize it. You'll thank yourself later, because looking outside of this whole situation, it literally looks like a mess.
So, yeah, pour something strong. Let's dissect this train wreck beat by beat. All right, rewind to the start. Drew's on live and the chat's firing questions about, actual life stuff like housing, the kids' needs, that whole motel limbo vibe. But nah, he is laser focused on cookware, like deep diving into which set of pans they should snag next. And I'm sitting there, blinking, because the ones they've got allegedly look like they were salvaged from a dumpster fire, blackened, crusted, the works. Remember when Stephanie scooped baby food straight out of one for their littlest? Yeah, that visual's burned into my brain. Viewers are like, y'all replacing those, right? And Drew's all, we're still figuring it out, debating brands and all. In a motel with 7 kids, stacked like Tetris blocks. Oof. That's not a flex, that's a fumble, like prioritize socks that match or something, not non-stick debates. Food stamps, curveball. He sidesteps at first, not touching that, but chat presses, and boom, off him for a month. We'll sort it. Ties right into Stephanie's weepy live about struggling families, except now it reads like a mirror. Allegedly banking views and donations while qualifying. Then, poof, gone, and it's crickets on the we got this front. Where's the windfall landing? Not on Staples, apparently. Housing Hut remix, aiming for 3 beds. Cool, back up 2, or 1 with living room crash pads for the crew. Sounds semi-sane on paper, but their track record. Evictions, rejections, floor sleeping sagas. I'll believe it when I see keys. Cat denial. He hammers it. No cat here. 3 times like volume makes truth, but we've got glimpses, food bowls, tail swishes, Stephanie scooping litter on vid. Ghost pet, or just selective blindness. Then Atlas waddles in, posse plugged, and for a second, Wholesome. Drew's playful, giggles flowing, viewers awed. But the why lingers. Kids past posse age, allegedly gnawing on paper scraps, plastics, whatever's handy.
Okay, so I'm fully aware of the app that Stephanie was talking about in that Facebook post that I had screen grabbed from, because I did look it up as well. However, an interesting fact about this is that they've gone into the store. If not once, probably twice, because she was talking about it on one of her lives. But also, Drew has been there a couple of times before she even went to the store with him. So even before they were doing this, they were paying full price for those cookies. Even if they're not full price, you're pretty much saying that this app is pretty much cookies they throw away at the end of the night. So you're pretty much saying that it's similar to dumpster diving without the dumpster. But I mean, that's cool and everything, but still, I mean, what is it, like 50% off? You're still paying $2 a cookie. Why don't you go use your food stamps at the local grocery store and you can get a whole package of cookies for like, what, $4 or $5? Yeah, because that's the budget you're on. You're not on let me go gluten-free and do all the things budget. They're on I'm homeless, we have food stamps budget. You know what I mean?
This saga's not hardship heroics. It's unraveling in 4K, kids caught in the codependent crossfire. They need pros, not props. Boundaries, not bells. Structure over streams. Grown-upping, full stop. Phew. That's the deep dive, girl. Rock bottom or routine for the Jenkins? Spill in the comments. Where you watching from? Time check, hot takes, all of it. Like if this had you shook, subscribe for the follows, notifications on. We're in this tea together. Mwah. Catch you next spill.